I'm your host, Joey Sparks. That's 2 E's, no Y. You heard me. 2 E's, no Y. And in this video, we are going to be reacting for the very first time to Token Friends official music video. This is from the I'm Not Supposed to Be Here album, out now. Make sure you're there. Make sure you're subscribed over on Token's YouTube channel. Make sure you watch this video on your own, uninterrupted. Before this reaction can't be the first time you're seeing it. It could mess it up. And I really highly suggest going to check out this album. Token really killed it. I mean, I think we all know that. And he's been releasing music videos from like all the good songs, like the really like deep and vulnerable music that he created on this album. So when he said, take a look at this one, Friends, I knew right away. This has kind of a story about a fan and a best friend, or maybe like a rap buddy friend, and it's some high-tech storytelling with a point that needs to be shared. So before we get into the reaction, make sure you do me a favor, subscribe to the channel if you're not. I'm a music videographer by trade. That's the POV that I react through here on the channel, right? Also, when I'm going live and how you can get your reaction request in is through the Discord link in the description. And then if you want to get more content, Patreon link in the description as well. Okay, let's go. Token Friends. Let's see who. Shout out to Ben Prowl and Token, pardon me, for directing it, and then DP and lighting by Andrew Delio. Either way, Andrew, shout out to you. Let's go. Oh shit.
I met a girl who was the last in line to at a meet and greet. She was by herself, tattoos up and down her sleeve. She told me about a dead parent and brother who OD'd. She said she was about to end it all until she heard me. I did my best to understand, it's just hard to believe. Nobody in my crew heard her cause she spoke real quietly. She was a pretty girl, a body I didn't notice till she left. My bro saw her and complimented her dress. He followed her and off.
Damn. So imagine this casting. Shout out to the DP on this, because the lighting in here is nice, bro. The lighting here is really well. I mean, like, it looks like to see like maybe one key light here, but it's really positioned really well to make them pop. And then I'm assuming that you use the stage lights to have the stage background really lit up. So shout out to you, Andrew. And this is such a, like, these songs that he's created these most recent videos to, all are storytelling at its finest, vulnerable storytelling, thought-provoking storytelling. And I've already had these images in my mind. It's crazy to see now faces to them. You know what I mean? The dress, tattoos down the sleeve, left arm, I guess, counts. Let's go.
Nobody in my crew heard her cause she spoke real quietly. She was a pretty girl, a body I didn't notice till she left. My bro saw her and complimented her dress. He followed her and offered her a drink around the corner. The venue bar was closed, but not for us, we're the performers. I know my bro well, I know his type. I didn't stick.
Look at that. Rim light too. Look at that. Actually, gotta have a feel.
Around, I hit the hotel for the night, but I'm sure she went with him. I mean, that shit is dope. She met the artist that changed her life. Then she got to hang with his bro when she heard stories about the artist and what he's like when he's at home. And she's appreciative so much it might be hard to tell him no. My music spoke to her, but when she spoke to me, I had a friend behind the scenes. My friend isn't a creep, but he don't know what a fan is. I'm why she didn't take her life, but I'm also why my friend took advantage. I don't know who she blamed, but I can't imagine that she still look at me the same. And when she hears my music, I wonder what's first to enter her head. Her brother who OD'd or waking up inside my friend's bed. I met this kid when I was 14, he was 23. Almost 10 years on me, but we were like family. 200 Villa rappers from Massachusetts. He'd come over to my house and hug my mama like she his. Up to 4 a.m. recording songs and making playlists. Driving home and talking about what life's gonna be like when we make it. He called me crying one day. I said, bro, is everything okay? He said, bro, everything is straight. I got a daughter on the way. I knew this girl, she was special. Hang with us at the stew, throwing words out the freestyle. She gave birth a healthy child, rose a father, shit was wild. By the time they potty trained her, I was starting to go viral. By the time she was like 4, I was just beginning to tour. He was watching me from his phone, happy for me but wanted more. We would always talk about the only losers is the ones who quit. My success showed him it's possible, so he stayed at my crib. My trips to Cali put me in a room with millionaires. I come home with stories, he said, dude, I gotta get out there. I said it could change everything, never mention his kid. He just remembered what we said about people who decide to quit. That girl needs a father, but dreams need pursuit. So when I moved to LA, my dog did too. In hopes to make it big, and my success is what encouraged it. And that encouragement had left the little girl fatherless. Cause talking every day turned into talking every week. And years fly quicker every year, you blink an eye and she's a teen. And now you're in the land of dreams, but worse, you're in the land of dreamers. You don't stay.
Oh God, it's hitting me again. It's not like I haven't heard it enough already. Ooh, shit. You're my best friend. You're my best. Oh. You know, like the calls get few and farther in between. And then now you're just living in a city of everybody who's trying to dream. That shit is. When your seed is growing up and you're missing those moments and that connection time. And not to judge, you know, his friend who I'm sure everybody, he's going to feel like everybody's going to judge him. But it's just like, you know, man, don't beat yourself up about it, but, you know, like make every action stepping forward to make up for that, you know. That's all. I'm not trying to like go at dude or nothing like that, but you know, I think the idea of the scenario is like, hey man, there were some priorities there, and maybe that was too drastic of a chase. You know what I mean? And then also too is like, does Token ever feel semi-responsible for that? You know what I mean? As far as what's crazy is like really partially, you know, no fault of his own, but for getting traction and moving and then sharing the stories with his friend who liked to do the same thing, and then that making the friend be like, oh, I can do it. He's already there. I can do. He's my friend. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what anyone's thinking, but I would assume that these will all be ideas that could be possible around it. Does that make sense? Or am I too far-fetched in that? Anyways, let's continue.
Latest guys talking every day, turn into talking every week. And years fly quicker every year, you blink an eye and she's a teen. And now you're in the land of dreams, but worse, you're in the land of dreamers. You don't stand out in the slightest, got no motion, got no features, got no fans, and got no tours, and got no bread for plane tickets. Got your daughter's phone number, but get no answer when it's ringing. She made up her mind about you. And being Token's homie doesn't hold weight like it used to. Me and my bros still hang. I ain't see his daughter since the high chair. I moved out of Cali, but he started a new life there. I feel his pain, I never mentioned there's no purpose for me. So when we get together, I just tell him more stories. And he tells me about his single that he's waiting on a mix for. I still give encouragement, cause that's all I'm good for. But he never gonna make it. And what's the biggest loser? Look, a quitter or a deadbeat dad in Hollywood? That's my dog, though.
You're my friend forever. We'll always be together. I'm your best friend, you're my best friend. I'm your best friend, you're my best friend. You're my friend forever. We'll always be together. I'm your best friend, you're my best friend. I'm your best friend, you're my best friend.
That's crazy. And her daughter's watching him. That's nuts. That's First of all, let's get this air horn on here. Make sure you go check out I'm Not Supposed to Be Here. I could be biased because it's my introduction to him, but like, it's all very, very like open, and I think he's about to go on a tour with Chris Webby, and he is starting off in Denver, and I'm kind of curious if I should ride up, maybe shoot some content. I definitely go up, but like I'm saying, it's like, should I be like, hey bro, should we meet up? Should we shoot some content? I'm a videographer by trade, so I could shoot some reels or something, or some singles and stuff like that. Or I could do as much as, maybe. I'm sure you probably got your own fucking people though. You know what I mean? So, but it would be cool. Anyways, if you enjoyed any part of this reaction, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Videographer by trade. That's the POV that I react through here. Okay. And if you want to know when I'm going live and how you participate, Discord link in the description, and then full album reactions, reaction videos that don't make it here on the channel, as well as the live stream replays. Those are over on Patreon. Okay. Links in the description. And I'll catch you on the next reaction. Two fingers in the air like a player. Peace.